Let's be honest, for a small channel like mine, I still got a lot of offers from brands with a lot of cool stuff and products to review. And the latest came from Sofabaton. And I gotta be honest again, when I got their email to ask me if I wanna review their X1S remote control, I gotta say that doesn't got my attention at all. However, when I start to look at the product more in depth and the full specs, the story gets a complete change. Especially when I see that this remote control also got a mobile phone app, it is compatible with 500,000 devices, it has an internal battery charged by USB-C, and that altogether along with some other features got my attention for sure. So without losing any more time, let's unboxing this special remote control and see what this device is capable of. And right on top we have the instructions manual. I know that nobody likes to read it, but in this case it has some important instructions how to set up the hub, some important QR codes for help links, videos, etc. So have a look. Next we have the controller itself, and as you can see it is a normal remote controller. As you can see, it also has a USB-C port, as I mentioned before, to charge the battery. Okay, it's already power on. It has a little screen. This is a cool feature, so it has a screen to see what we the options, device options. For what I understand, this top section is to set up the controller. The bottom section is where you control your device. Next we have another quick guide. This time it's just for the hub, the X1 hub. It will help you to connect the hub, and then we have the hub itself. So if you are wondering what is the hub, yeah, this remote control came with a hub. This hub will be connected to the internet, to the Wi-Fi, and will interact to the remote controller. I will then demonstrate it later. And then we have the USB charger. In this case is for the hub. We then have two infrared extensions, let's call it that way, and also two USB-C to USB-A cables too. So now, with the unboxing done, I'm gonna move to the house, to the living room, install the hub. I'm gonna show you how and test this controller. So let's go. So to install the hub, it's pretty simple. I already connect the USB charger to the power brick, so you pretty much need to connect the USB-C cable to the back of the hub, and it will bring a blue LED automatically. As you can see here, my hub is installed in an open space or in an open cabinet. However, if you install your hub in a closed one, you may need to install these two infrared extensions, let's call it that way. You're gonna need to read the manual for further instructions, but in my case I'm not gonna use it. I think it's gonna work just perfect. My TV is just on top of the hub, and the other electronics I'm gonna use, it's okay. So let's move on. The next step is reading the QR codes on the manual from the App Store or Google Play, depending on your phone, and download this Sofabaton app. You will need to create your own account, and after that you will be ready to start set up the remote control and the hub. And after that, this is the screen you should see after you log in. So I'm gonna select X series, and the first thing I'm gonna do is add our hub to our app. For that, click on Setup New Hub, and on the back of the hub you have a little button, and press that for 3 seconds until the blue LED starts blinking. The hub is now in pairing mode, and you can confirm that on your phone, and next click in Next. If necessary, click on Allow, and after a couple seconds you should see the Sofabaton X1X Bluetooth. Click on that, and now you should see your Wi-Fi network. Select that, introduce the password, and your hub should connect without any problems. One little note, this hub is only compatible with 2.4 GHz networks. After you hit done, your hub should appear in this screen, and after that you can click on the hub and start adding your devices. For adding a device, the process is pretty simple. Just hit the plus signal on the top right and you have 4 options right here: infrared, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi or RF. In my case, I will select infrared. Now we have 3 options: search model, test command from cloud, or learn from the original IR remote. The first I'm gonna try is learn from the original IR remote. So this is a TV, then you need to say if there is a power button and if the same to power on and power off. In this case it's the same, hit next, and now we are in learn mode. And the way we do this is pretty simple. Just select the button you wanna learn, in this case the power button, and select the same button on the controller. Let me grab it just quickly, and with the original remote controller just point it to the hub, click one time, and as you can see the phone says success, and instead of saying to learn it says trigger or edit. Now it's a matter of repeat the process for all of the buttons you wanna use. After that, on the bottom just hit next, and in the next step you will need to give it a name. In my case I will call it Samsung TV living room, for example. Hit complete, and it pretty much create a library for this device, and after that it will uploading the controller with this device as well. As you can see on the controller, it now shows the Samsung TV living room, and of course if you click on the wheel, the green means selected. As you can see, if I change channel, all seems to work just fine. If you notice some of the buttons may not work just fine, you can repeat the process by going to the app, repeating the learning process on just that button or all of them again. It's really simple, as you can see, and it's really cool. Now to add a device by model, as you can see, just click on search model, and as you can see we have here a bunch of brands. In my case a Samsung TV, I just click on Samsung, and you can either search by model on top. I already tried it and just doesn't found, so I know my model TV is UEK49 something, so I'm assuming that that's not available, so I will select this one right here, U6100. I'm pretty sure that Samsung's normally use the same controller, or at least similar, so I will try with this. As you can see, it's pretty much simple. Select the model, hit next, give it a name, just hit complete. Normally selecting the model takes a little bit longer, as you can see right here, to download the code library from the internet. But again, after you hit complete, as you can see, the controller starts right up syncing the new model. It takes just a couple seconds, not too long, and after that you will be able to start using the new device as well. And after it syncs the new model, as you can see, you now have 2 models. I name it the new one, the Samsung Tests. So if you go to devices, you have the living TV that I used earlier in the new one test. This is pre-built buttons for the library, and the one that I have already selected. But as you can see, it works just fine. I'm currently using the test. As you can see, all the buttons seems to work just fine. So one way or another, this controller seems to work amazingly well. Now for Bluetooth, just click on Bluetooth, and I'm gonna add my Android box. In my case it's a Xiaomi, doesn't appear in brand, so I'm gonna hit Android TV box as a generic one and hit complete. Just wait to finish, and after I finished, my Android box is also already done in pairing mode. As you can see, it's already detect the Sofabaton, so I'm gonna give it permission to pair with the Sofabaton Bluetooth controller. Hit yes, and as you can see, it's done. Just hit complete, and the device will be added to the controller as well. On the controller, go to the devices, select the new Android TV box, and you should be able to control your Android box without any problem as well. So, as you can see, I already proved this remote control seems to work just fine. Pretty simple, without any issues, be a learning or library codes, or even be a Bluetooth. However, since this has the option of learning infrawords, why not add it the aircon? So let's give it a try. So again, click on the plus signal, in this case infrared, again learn from the original IR remotes, in this case I'm gonna select others. Yes, it has a power button to on and off, and I'm gonna start to learn all the buttons that I need. In this case I'm gonna start to the on off button, and as you can see it works like a charm. Now I'm gonna set up all the buttons that I need to operate the aircon, and we're gonna try it in a couple seconds. Now just wait a couple seconds to syncing with the remote controller, and we're gonna see if it works. And syncing done, just select living room aircon, power it on, and see if it works. Well, I think we have a winner. On the app, of course, you can select the controller, hit edit on the top right, you will see these options. Here you can go to the buttons already assigned and click on rename, because in the case of the air conditioner it's more accurate have the temperature up or temperature down instead of navigation up or navigation down. Once you complete that and hit back, the controller will be automatically updated. And another thing, of course, all of the things that you will see on the app, the drawings that you will see when you click on the controller, it's not just for exemplify, it's also working. So if you want to use your phone as a working remote controller, you can click on all of these buttons and you can control all of your devices using just your phone. And just to finish, a cool thing that I found after I just finished to test the remote controller. On the app, on the right bottom, if you click on me, then you click on settings, you will find an option called Find My Remote, and this is what it does. And if you have a baby like mine that keeps stealing the remote controller, this is very useful. And this is it, a super cool product that I reviewed today. Not quite sure it's the only one in the market, but this gotta be one of the most complete out there. However, this came with a price, around $200, and that's not cheap for a remote controller. But this is also much more than a remote controller, especially if you have a lot of devices around the space or even the house. It has a couple more features that I not highlight on this review, but you can know them all on the Sofabaton link that I leave you in the description below. This review is pretty much the core of the product, but this remote controller has so much more to offer. It's expensive, I know, but this controller it's really a cool piece of tech. It's really a surprise in various ways. I will keep using it and give you some updates on the socials, don't miss it. As always, if you have any doubts, feel free to leave it in the comments or just email me. And as always, thank you for watching, I hope I can see you in the next one.